we will call the meeting to order of the HEDC Type A EDC at, 11:43. Item number 2, citizens participation comment. There's nobody today. Item number 3, items of community interest. City of Haslett general election will be held May 4th from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. for the purposes of electing council members place 1, 3, and 5, all 2-year terms. We also have a special election held that same day to reauthorize a local sales and use tax for maintenance and repair of the city streets. That is a $0.25. The early voting period for the May 4th election cycle is April 22nd through April 30th. The main location for voting within town is the Legacy Learning Center on Schoolhouse Road. However, any Haslett registered voter may vote at any Tarrant County election polling location, both in early voting and on election day. Item 3.2. Haslett is hiring Parks and Grounds Workers Level 1, Parks and Ground Crew Leader, Water Maintenance Worker 1, and Level 2. Those interested can go to the website and head to the Employment Opportunities icon. Item 3.3. Brush and limb drop-off day is May 18th, 2024, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Haslett Public Works Department at 791 Schoolhouse Road. Shoot. All right. Item number 4, consent agenda. That's a consent we're going to consider both together. 4.1 is discuss, consider, and act to approve the January 24 regular meeting minutes. And then 4.2 is discuss and consider and act regarding the Type A financial report for March 2024. I'll second the motion. All in favor?
I'll abstain because I wasn't here.
Okay.
Ma'am, I vote anyway. For.
Okay. All right. The motion passes then. Item number 5, reports and presentations.
Yeah, Chairman and members of the board, I do want to mention several things. First off, we've been hearing rumors from the Fort Worth Airport Board that controls the properties that are inside the city of Haslett, south of the airport, which we have some on Westport Parkway, Harmon Road, and I-35 frontage, and also Haslett Parkway. We kept hearing rumors that they had it all for sale. Well, I actually spoke to the person in charge of that, and that is correct. And they have it all for sale, and they're getting a lot of activity. A lot of people are showing some interest in it. And the reason why I bring that up, there's one use, and it's reported in your report about some people wanting to put in a garbage transfer station. And I know the airport board has some concerns about that, and we definitely have concerns as a city, and we've not really been pushing for it. But one of their board's concerns is that there's a lot of times with those, there's birds and everything else that are associated with those transfer stations, and with the airport right on the end of the runway where they would want to purchase that, there could be some problems. However, they're still pushing the envelope and they want to talk to us, so they're going to get a chance to talk to us, those people that with the transfer station. Having said that, there is some other really good things that are happening on the I-35 corridor, and hopefully you'll be seeing some big stuff coming in the near future. I really can't talk about it at this time, but it's very active. And also, just north of the Caraway, there is some property that's owned by the Caraway ownership, Brett Pettigo and his group. And one of the things that was not put in one of the existing land use that you could do there is a daycare center for children's daycare. And that has now been added to that use chart. So we're foreseeing something coming in the near future there at the southeast corner of that track just north of Caraway at Pask and Harmon Road. And because they've been talking to us also. So the P&Z and the council will be probably seeing some activity on that real soon. But there's a lot of things happening in Hazlet, and we're going to be entering into some exciting times here. Within the ETJ and the city limits. Yes, we do. Yeah, it's a good thing to have. It's in our jurisdiction, so they have no land use control. It's all in ours. That is correct. Well, it's a location where people bring garbage in from a whole bunch of different locations. And a lot of times they do sorting and transfer it into some place before they transfer it out to another location. But my concern is people, trash trucks are not always the most secure vehicles for transporting things that could blow out and stuff. And there could be a real trash issue, in my opinion. And so I have some problems with it. In our zoning ordinance, that use requires not only having industrial zoning, but a specific use permit. So it's ultimately under the control of the city. Well, they're looking on Harmon Road. Harmon Road, just south of Westport Parkway. There are several tracks. And if you want to, while this meeting is going on, if I have time, I actually have a map of all the properties that are owned by Fort Worth in that area that I could put on the screen potentially, if anybody's interested. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's part of it. It's a transit station for trucks, and there's a building that's just south of that area. And that area that's being graded out is all for drainage purposes. It's a detention pond. But the real business is just south of that corner. There's a 27-acre tract, and it's all been through the city as far as site plan, and it's got its approvals, and they've been constructing on it. It's actually coming back through the Planning and Zoning Commission on the 30th with they want to add one more use to it, that site, and that is a truck wash for the trucks that come in there. They originally talked about that in their original submission, but they decided to pull it off, but now they want to put it back on, so it has to go through the site plan process again. So it's all been reviewed by the city, previously when they, first submitted. But that corner that's in between that facility and at the southwest corner of Westport and Harmon is owned by the city of Fort Worth. The hard corner. Yes. No. Just ad valorem.
Item number 6, executive session. Just a minute here. So we don't have an executive session for today. Okay, fair enough. Then item number 7, consider an act on items from the executive session. There are none that didn't exist. Item number 8, consider an act regarding items to be placed on the next agenda.
Correct.
Okay, then if there's no other further items for the next agenda under 8, then we'll move to 9, which is adjourn.